fans, let's get loud for your Tigers.
Welcome back, Tiger fans. It is our first home playoff game here at Tiger Stadium in 3 years, and the fans have shown up. The stadium is packed to the brim, and we are in for a treat today as your 7-3 Edwardsville Tigers take on the 9-1 Loyola Academy Ramblers. Both teams had quite a different path to get to this stage in the playoffs. Loyola easily handled Plainfield South last weekend. 42-7 was the final there, and behind 35 first quarter points in that game. Edwardsville, much more tightly contested game, beat O'Fallon 43-36 last weekend. And the big question on everyone's mind, if you don't know, the Loyola starting running back, number 21, Will Nimashim, injured his knee last weekend in the first quarter of their playoff game. The big question is, will he play or will he not play? Did not see him in warm-ups, so assuming that means that he will not be playing today. We will see, though, as the game progresses. Well, the last time, as we get prepared for kickoff, let's remember these two teams have played each other once before in the playoffs. It was a 17-10 nail-biter that ended with Loyola moving on. That was a year that they ended up losing in the state championship of these playoffs. And now I'm going to talk about some of the Loyola key players today. Number 99, he is a 6'6", 250-pound defensive lineman committed to play at Michigan next year. The kid is a stud, and he certainly runs this defense. But it looks like first up will be the Loyola offense as Edwardsville gets set to kick off. The Loyola offense is led by number 88, their star tight end, Jack Palmer. He'll be attending Western Michigan next year. He is the number 45 player in the state. Got offers from a couple different schools. 6'5", 245. And he runs like he's 200. He is quick, fast, and big. Pickup. So not exactly the big play offense that Loyola came out with at the start, but hey, moving the ball, and they'll actually call that a 6-yard pickup now. So 2nd and 4 now from the 41. It's an end around to Burf. He comes around, and he'll be bottled up pretty quickly by Kenny Langston there on the tackle. They'll call that a 1-yard pickup, and they'll be looking at 3rd and 3 now from the 42. Curry now, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and he's got Deshaun Larson behind him. Last minute communication between the quarterback and the offensive coordinator. And it's a handoff to Larson. And he was bottled up pretty quickly there. That was Johnny McGuire, I believe, holding Larson to a 1-yard pickup. So it's 4th and 1, and an early decision for the Tigers here. After Loyola goes down the field and scores a touchdown, it looks like the Tigers think they need a score, so they're going to leave the offense on the field. Here is Curry showing blitz as Loyola. Curry will take the snap, look to pass. He's going deep to Gaston, and that is incomplete. Looks like there was a little miscommunication there as Gaston was curling back and Curry was looking for the deep play down the field. So it is a turnover on downs for the Tigers. Their first rep on offense did not go according to plan, and Loyola gets the ball back on the Edwardsville 44 now. So again, a little interesting setup that Loyola has going on here. They went the big play with Luke Sterney, the starting quarterback. He goes 76 for the opening drive, and then the next 2 plays, both inside the 10, Sterney's out on the bench, and they went Wildcat. So here's Sterney back in now. Both of the tight ends are in motion. And it's the first handoff of the day, and it's a big one. Number 10. Again, I do not have a number 10 on the official roster I was handed. I believe that's Danny Herbert, though, for a first down pickup of 12 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 32. Sterney back. Fitzgerald back in motion. And he'll fake the handoff, look to throw. And he is bottled up quickly. There's a beautiful tackle by the Tigers. I believe that was number 27, Clayton Lakatos. Getting in the backfield there, though, was Wyatt Kolnsberg. Fitzgerald again in motion. That's the 3rd straight play. So they'll call that a 1-yard loss. Sterney this time will hand it off to Herbert. And he's bottled up quickly by Epinesa there. That goes nowhere. And the Ramblers now looking at a 3rd and 8 after the 3-yard pickup. Looks like Jack Parker will come back in. Again, Parker's a name to watch out for. Big number 88 on the Ramblers. 4th straight play that both tight ends have gone in motion. Over to the right side now. Herbert takes the handoff, cuts it right, and he's got a big gain inside the 10. Touchdown, Loyola. 3rd and 8 from the 30. Ramblers go handoff, and he gets to the outside and turns it in for 6. 13-0 Loyola.
Touchdown for Loyola Academy.
Sorry about that. It looks like number 10 on Loyola is Luke Foster. Fortunately, our roster didn't say that. I apologize for the inconvenience. And Mike Barker sailed through the extra point, but it looks like there's a flag on the play. Might have to redo that one. So take number 2. They will scoot this PAT attempt up a couple of yards. And here's Barker for the second time now. And that one sails through again. 14-0 is the score. And so far, Loyola putting on a clinic right now. Not the best start for the Tigers. They need a score here on offense. They cannot allow them to have a 3-and-out again and give Loyola the ball back. Up 14 in the first quarter. What looks like a much more promising drive for the Tigers with a 3rd and 8 on the 30 and just a breakdown defensively. And Foster takes it in for 6. So 14-0 now. The kickoff team is out. Maybe a little bit more trouble with the kickoff. Last time Barker only managed to kick that to about the 25 before it was ruled out of bounds. So we will see. Here he is. Out now. Hand is raised. The kick is up. And this one will stay inbounds. Caught at the 20 by Dayon Gaston. Breaks a tackle. Cuts it back. And a whole lot of movement. Only gives them about 5 yards. But they're up to the 26. Now Gaston looked like he might have found a hole there. Just couldn't cut back in time to get there. So this Tiger offense will get take number 2 at the 26-yard line, down 14-0. And you're thinking, if you're the Tiger offense, is this must-score territory already? It could be, just by the way this Loyola offense has been working. And now it looks like they're going to push this kickoff back 10 yards. Looks like a holding penalty on the Tigers there, and it's going to be placed at the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. So here's now Curry looking to throw. Doesn't have anything, and he'll be brought down by number 99, Brooks Barr. That's the name we mentioned early on. Tough early sack. So now 2nd and 14 from the 12, loss of 4 on the sack there. Here's Curry now. He'll look to run. And not going to get much. Again, Brooks Barr in on the tackle. A lot of Loyola players were in on that one. Looks like no gain on that play. 3rd and 14 from their own 12. Need a big play here. I think you got to look at Dayon Gaston, number 3 for the Tigers. He had the big game last weekend. He's our big play guy. If anybody's going to catch one downfield and burn him, it's going to be him. So here's 3rd and 12 now. Curry will take off, and maybe 2 yards on the play. So tough play there. The pocket was collapsing. They'll give him 3 yards on the pickup. So 4th and 9 now. And it looks like they're in punt formation here with Curry set to boot this one away. And he'll punt this one. Good punt all the way back to the 30 where it bounces. And they'll let this roll up to the 33-yard line. So that's where Loyola will take over for their 3rd possession of the quarter. First and 10 now from the 27. And here's Luke Sterney in that offense. Up 14-0 already. 4:32 remains in the first quarter. And we'll see what they can do for the third time now. Luke Foster lines up behind Sterney. And he'll get the handoff there. And he'll take this for a nice gain of about 6 yards there.
Tackles made by number 6, Simmons.
McConan Simmons in on the tackle there.
I don't think he has.
I mean, they're coming to try to pretty tough. I'm not seeing either. But yeah, I don't know who they are.
It's their fault. It's not on us.
And they'll call it a 7-yard pickup. So 2nd and 3 now from the 34. Sterney now again to Foster, and he'll scamper forward for the first down pickup there.
Run by number 10, Luke Foster.
Interesting, though, early on how much Loyola is running the ball. I'm not sure they've thrown the ball once. You know, everything I've read about this team coming into the game was that they were a pass-first offense. But very interesting to see early on. So 1st and 10 now, fresh set of downs for the Ramblers at their own 43 now. Handoffs to Sterney, carry for Foster, and he will get a nice pickup of about 6 yards there.
Foster once again is number 10, Johnny Robinson steps up to make a nice tackle.
And looks like Johnny Robinson going to be credited with the tackle there. Second and 4 now from the 48-yard line. And the clock is now under 3 minutes in the first quarter. Here's Sterney. Fitzgerald and Palmer go in motion onto the left side. And it's the first pass of the day from Loyola. And it's caught by number 5, Spencer Ledbetter. And that's a first down pitch and catch. Sorry, catch. 1st and 10 now on the Edwardsville side of the field. It's the ball on the Edwardsville 45 now.
Ball's on the 45 in Tigers territory.
And a shoestring tackle made there by, can't quite see who that is on the tackle. But I know Luke Foster had the carry. And it looks like we have an injured Tiger on the field. Number 5, Jaden Vonner is in on the tackle. I can't tell who is injured yet. Can't see the number. Seems to be holding his arm maybe. Walking off the field on his own weight. I think that's number 7, Brandon Rogers. And he was already wearing an arm brace on his left arm. So, tough to see him go down with an injury there. So, he'll be walked off the field there. Meanwhile, a fresh set of downs for the Ramblers. It's 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Sterney has this offense moving again. Under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. And once again, Luke Foster gets the carry, this time bottled up much nicer. Looks like Evan Holderer is going to be credited with the tackle there. And it's only a 3-yard carry there. So 2nd and 7 now from the 27. Sterney maybe changing the play at the line. And he'll roll to his right and decide to keep this one. And he'll run this very close to the first down marker. Dalton Brown in on the tackle, and Sterney's helmet came off, so he'll have to sit out at least one play. And now a little confusion from the Rambler sideline as to who's going to go in and go. So they will call this a 6-yard pickup, so that'll bring up 3rd and 1 now, I believe. And once again, it looks like they're going to go back to Johnny McGuire taking the handoff. And he'll barrel forward for a first down.
Number 33, Johnny McGuire with the direct snap. And a whole host of Tigers made the tackle.
A lot of different Tigers there in on the tackle. But it's 1st and 10 now from the 15-yard line. And it looks like Loyola's going to let this one run out till the end of the first quarter. So through quarter number 1, it is Loyola 14, Tigers 0, and Loyola within striking distance with a 1st and 10 at the Edwardsville 15 now. So tough first quarter for the Tigers. Couldn't get much things going on the offense, and the defense has yet to hold Loyola to a stop. Tough first quarter, but we will see. Can they pick it up in the second quarter in just a few minutes? So we'll start the second quarter now as the Loyola offense comes back onto the field up 14-0 after one quarter. Not a great first quarter for the Tigers. Here we go now, in need of a stop here. Gotta hold them to at least a field goal try. Certainly don't want to go down 21-0 already. But here's Sterney now. He'll give this one to Foster. He'll bounce right sideline, and he's bottled up quickly there by number 46, Evan Holderer, and number 5, Jaden Vonner. It's a good play there by the Tiger defense, holding them to a 2-yard pickup there. They'll call it a 2nd and 8 from the 13. Also, first time this year I've seen an offense that the Tigers have played, that quarterback has only thrown one pass. I believe that's an unofficial stat, as Foster gets the carry up the middle, and he'll barrel in for another touchdown.
Number 10,
Luke Foster, second touchdown of the game, I believe. As it's 20-0 Loyola, and Mike Barker will come out for the PAT try. Michael Baker, excuse me. And it is up, and it is good. 21-0 Loyola. And so the Tigers are going to have to find something to get going here. As 50 seconds into the second quarter, it is already 21-0 Loyola. So Baker will come out to kick this one away for Loyola. Love to see a big return here by Dayon Gaston. The focal point of the Tigers' offense last week. 4 touchdowns, one of those on a kickoff return. Love to see that again this week. Baker set to kick this one away, and it's interesting. You don't see many high school football teams that can dominate the way Loyola is dominating today, and they obviously dominated Plainfield South last weekend. But I mean, with an offense that's primarily run-based and to the same guy, it's really interesting to see them just light it up the way they have.
Call me if you need anything, but you probably need to call Mr. Andrew because he actually knows stuff. I see. Good luck.
And so it looks like this wind is becoming an issue on the kickoffs, so Baker needs to get somebody to hold this one for him. And he'll kick that one away, and Burnf will let this one go for a touchback. No powerful kick there. Looks like kicking into the wind is certainly helping him. So the Tigers setting up shop at their own 20 for their third drive of the day, and they need to get something going. A turnover on downs and a 3-and-out, it certainly isn't helping their defense. So here it is, Jake Curry now, 5 out wide for the Tigers. Curry alone in the backfield. He'll take the snap, look right, and just can't quite get it to Kellen Burnf, as that incomplete pass falls to the turf. So 2nd and 10 now from the 20. Jake Curry early on does not seem to be fully in his rhythm yet. Not the star quarterback that we've seen early on. The usually a much more accurate passer. The end around to Kellen Burnf now, and
off to number 4, Kellen Brinfrey.
he will get that for about 2 yards. Set up a 3rd and 8. I believe that was Justin Trott in on the tackle there. And they'll call that a pickup of 4, excuse me. So 3rd and 6 now from the 24. Curry now looks to throw again. Looking over the middle. And it's off the fingertips of Kellen Burnf. He was open. Just can't quite connect with Jake Curry there. And it looks like another punt might be on the way for the Tigers. Tough one to see that one fall to the turf there. First play that looked like it would positively impact the Tigers tonight. And they just can't quite connect there. So Curry now. Tigers in punt formation. 4th and 7 at their own 23. And takes it. Not quite as good a punt now that he's not punting into the wind. Robinson will snatch that out of the air. Around the 47-yard line. So Loyola Academy, 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. Simply hasn't looked challenged. And now they get a 1st and 10 at their side of the 46.
Looks like Loyola Academy will start the ball 1st and 10 from the 46.
So here's Luke Sterney, Luke Foster, and the terrific Rambler offense that has run right through the Tiger defense early on today. They've done a much better job, though, the Tigers defense has, of putting the Ramblers into stressful situations, into these third down situations. You got to force more of those. The handoff is to Luke Foster. Good tackle there by number 33, Dalton Brown, in on the tackle. Foster takes that for about 3 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 7 now from the 49. Under 10 minutes to go in this half. And Foster will get the handoff again. He breaks this one, and he's all the way down inside the Tiger 30 now.
And number 10, Luke Foster breaks through.
Big pickup there, a 20-plus yard handoff. As the Ramblers threatening to score again, now with a 1st and 10 on the Tiger 29.
Ball's on the 29.
Sterney now. Another handoff to Foster, and tripped up, I believe, by Dalton Brown. Looked like he might have seen.
33, Dalton Brown with the tackle.
And a good thing he did make that tackle, because he had nothing but green ahead of him. Was probably looking for another touchdown. Sterney again, 2nd and 1 now after a 9-yard pickup by Luke Foster. Ball is on the 21. And Sterney will give it to Foster again, and he will plunge forward for about 8 yards and a 1st down. Now there's a flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
And we'll wait to see what they think this is. And it is going to be against the defense. Not quite sure what the penalty was on.
Against the Tigers.
Didn't quite catch the official signal from the ref. Definitely against the Tigers, though. And it's now 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. So the Ramblers, on their 4th possession, are looking to score again for the 4th time tonight. Little motion action there. Handoff is to Foster, though. Bounces off a tackle before being brought down by Evan Holderer. So it's a pickup of 2. 2nd and goal now from the 4-yard line for the Ramblers.
Second down and goal.
Already up 21, looking to try to go up 28-0. Sterney will get the play from his coach. And Fitzgerald, little motion there. Sterney looks to throw. And that looks like it might have caught the Tigers off guards, as Jake Sterney completes the touchdown pass to Jake Fernando for the touchdown. And I think that definitely caught the Tigers off guards. I mean, you're talking about an offense that has thrown the ball once today, 2-yard line, and they go easily to Fernando for the touchdown score. And it is 27-0. Baker looking to make it 28. And he was about to kick it, but it looks like a flag is on the play. And it looks like a penalty was on the defense. This was declined by Loyola. And so we'll take take number 2 of the PAT from the same exact spot. Baker, perfect 3 for 3 on the day. Looking to go 4 of 4. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is right through the uprights. 28-0 Loyola. 7:27 to go in the half. Tiger offense will be out there in just a few. Obviously not the best start for the Tigers. Now in desperate need of a touchdown to gain some momentum here. They have not been able to stop Loyola on defense or score on Loyola's defense for that matter. And the 28-0 score indicates exactly how this game has gone so far. So here's Baker out to kick it away for the 4th time today. Again, his first 2 tries were into the wind, considerably shorter, and his last one was into the wind and went for a touchback all the way to the white line. So this one is kicked, and they'll let that fall for a touchback again, right into the end zone.
Touchback for Loyola.
Kicking into the wind has certainly helped his cause.
First and 10.
And so 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Tigers. Now in desperate need of a score or any momentum flip for that matter. 3 drives for them. 1 turnover on downs and 2 punts. On 3 and outs have yet to gain a first down in this half. And so the 4th drive of the day for the Tigers will start. And it's Curry looking to pass. And it looks like he was trying to get that ball to Dayon Gaston. And off the hands of either him or number 48 on their team, Garvin St. John, I believe. There are 2 48s listed on the defensive side of the ball, so I'm not exactly sure who that was. Either way, an incomplete pass for the Tigers, and 2nd and 10 now from the 20. Deshaun Larson in the backfield for the Tigers, and he'll get the carry. It's a nice pickup. The ball came out and was picked up by Loyola, but it looks like they will call him down. So a nice pickup there. Gets about 6 yards, so it's 3rd and 4 now for the Tigers. Curry will get it and gives the ball to Larson, who is tackled up for a loss on the play. Tackle made by Ethan Hogg. So it looks like another punt is on the way as the Tigers line up in punt formation for the 3rd time today. And for the 4th straight time, the Tigers fail to pick up a first down. So 4th and 6 now. Curry will punt this one away. In the air around the 50. That'll bounce and down at the 48. So the wind is making it impossibly hard to punt or kick in that direction. So Loyola will get their 5th possession of the day, started at the 47-yard line. And Luke Sterney and Luke Foster will get another go at this thing. Fitzgerald goes in motion on the play. Foster gets the handoff. And he'll go for a nice pick of about 4 or 5. Second down, though.
Number 48, Wyatt Colesberg comes up in the tackle. And number 10, Luke Foster.
And it'll be a 5-yard pickup. 2nd and 5 at the 48-yard line now for the Ramblers. Wyatt Colesberg was credited with the tackle on that play. Clock has now run to under 5.5 minutes. We are looking at 5:24 to go in this half. And a lot of motion there. 4 different guys went in motion on the play. Sterney, though, gives it to Foster once again. And he'll go for about 3 yards on the play.
Tackle is made by number 46, Evan Holder, number 48, Wyatt Colesberg.
Goldsberg and Holder combined for the tackle.
It's going to be 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3 coming up for the Ramblers. Tigers in desperate need of a stop here. Once again, 3 different players move in motion. Here's the 4th. And this play is whistled dead. And it looks like a timeout was called for the Tigers. So that 3rd and 3 will have to wait as the Tigers assess what they need to do to get this stop. A stop that they desperately need. And so we're back. A 3rd and 2 upcoming for the Ramblers. As the 2 Lukes on the offensive side of the ball, Luke Foster and Luke Sterney, look to get another first down. And it will be a handoff for Foster.
Tackle made by number 46, Evan Holder.
Got tripped up just a bit, and it looks like Foster's going to have just enough to get this first down. Looks like he tripped himself up just a bit coming out of the tackle. But it's still a first down for the Ramblers as this clock ticks under 4 minutes to go. And it's a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 now from the Edwardsville 42. Sterney now looking to throw once more. Wants the deep ball, and that's caught. And caught from behind by Kellen Bernf at the 2-yard line. That's number 17, Declan Ford, with the very near touchdown reception. There is a flag on the play, and this play looks like it's coming back. So the 40-yard pickup all the way to the 2-yard line. Looks like it's coming back. Looks like they're going to call holding on the play. And so a very fortunate break for the Tigers, as this one will come back. That was a perfect throw, perfect catch. – And this ball is coming all the way back to the Ramblers side of the field. They're back on their own 48, it looks like. So a 40-yard play turns into a 5-yard loss. And it's 1st and 20 now for Loyola. Sterney looks to pass. He'll find Foster now out of the backfield. Bobbles with that ball for a second. But looks like he got about back to the line of scrimmage. Drew Smith, number 22, in on the tackle. And they'll call it a loss of 1 on the play. So 2nd and 21. Drew Smith gets the tackle for a loss here.
Loss of 1 on the play.
Sterney now empty backfield for the first time all day. 4-yard pressure's picked up, and that pass from Sterney is caught by Spencer Ledbetter, his second reception of the game. And that goes for about 12 yards. So that'll bring up a 3rd and long. 3rd and 8, they'll call it, from the Tiger 40-yard line. And this is a stop that the Tigers need to have defensively. Cannot let this team score again, especially on a long 3rd down. So it looks like Luke Foster is going to be subbed out. Interesting move there by the Ramblers. And this will be our first time seeing the kicker, Michael Baker, in on the offensive side of the action. So it says kicker / wide receiver. He's getting a little rep in the backfield here. And he wants a deep ball. And almost a one-handed reception. It's a complete pass, but there is a flag on the play. Looks like that might be pass interference on Johnny Robinson. Believe that was Gavin Vradenberg in on the almost reception there for the Ramblers. And it looks like he almost had it with his one hand before Robinson knocks the ball away. Still waiting on what the flag was for. It looked like it was definitely going to be pass interference, and now they'll call it pass interference there by number 10, Johnny Robinson. Breaks up what looked like was about to be the first stop on defense for the Tigers all day. So after a very fortunate penalty on the Ramblers for the Tigers with a very unfortunate break of their own that happened to be a penalty. So here's Sterney now. Haven't run the ball in a while. It's been a lot of passes with the 1st and 20. This is 1st and 10 from the 27 after the penalty. Sterney will look to throw again. Finds his receiver, who gets tackled by his own offensive lineman. That was Quinn Foley in on the reception.
Jake Sterney with a quick pass to number 3, Quinn Foley.
And looks like his offensive lineman came up to set a block and accidentally hit the receiver. So 2nd and 3 now from the 19. And the comeback route to Ledbetter doesn't work. Johnny Robinson's all over that. And that'll force a 3rd down here. 3rd and 3 now from the 19-yard line. Here's Sterney once more. Looks other side of the field to Declan Ford. And very close to a 1st down. And they're going to give him the 1st down. So a 1st down reception there from Ford. Pickup of about 4. Just enough to move the chains. And it's 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line now. So once again, the Ramblers back in the red zone. Luke Foster back in. He'll take the handoff. Left side of the field. And Looks like he'll be brought down at the 1 yard line. So a 14-yard pickup there by Foster. And we are now under 1 minute in the first half. Couple substitutions look like they're coming in for the Ramblers. They want the bigger bodies in for what looks like it's going to be a run play. And it is. Foster goes untouched into the end zone. And with 31 seconds remaining on the first half scoreboard, it is now 34-0 Loyola. So an extra point attempt upcoming from Michael Baker. He is a perfect 4 of 4 on the game. Looking to make that 5 of 5. And the kick is up. The hold is good. And it's good. So 35 Loyola, 0 for the Tigers. And there is 31 seconds remaining on the first half scoreboard. So 35-0 as Baker gets set to kick off for the 5th time today. He will launch this one to a waiting Kellen Bernf. Last 2 kicking into the wind have gone straight to the back of the end zone for touchbacks. Hoping to replicate that kind of success again. This one's kicked well to the end zone, and they won't let that drop once again. So for the 3rd straight time, it's a touchback for Loyola. And the Tigers will take the ball at their own 20. Jake Curry now for the 5th time, I believe. And he'll look to throw. Pressure's coming. He'll have to escape. Runs. He's got a positive yardage, and he'll get out of bounds.
Number 2, Jake Curry, was a nice run. Getting out of bounds, stopping the clock at 22.6.
Very close to a first down, but there is a flag on the field now. And it looks like that run will be coming back. Holding penalty for the Tigers. Negates a really solid run from Jake Curry there. So now 1st and 11 with the ball at their own 19 now. Here's Curry, avoids the pressure for a bit. Finds Jack Weaver, who drops a pass from Curry. Tough break there for the Tigers. Pressure was coming. So here we go now. 2nd and 11 again from the 19-yard line. And still 17 seconds on this first half scoreboard. Here's Curry. Once again looking for Jack Weaver, and this time he holds on for the first Tiger first down of the half. And the clock is stopped because of the first down at 13.5. Now it's running. Curry once again looking to pass. Has to avoid the pressure and is brought down on a shoestring tackle by number 58, Ethan Hogg. He was knocked down to the ground by his offensive lineman, and from his knees gets the tackle. So 4 seconds to go in the half, and the Tigers will call a timeout to think things over. Definitely can't kick a field goal from here. Down 35. You really want to score here. Second and 10 upcoming at their own 36. Need a 64-yard play to get into the end zone. Remember, the Tigers do get the ball to start the second half, as they elected to defer. So, game still could get interesting if they find a way to score here, get the ball to start the second half, and need a miracle here, though. Looks like Loyola's only bringing 3 this time. A little motion here, maybe a little trickery. And Curry will fake the handoff to Larson. Has to avoid the pressure. Does. First half buzzer goes off. He'll throw this one up to Larson. And it's just knocked to the ground by number 21, Joe Auer. So a tough first half for the Tigers here. It is 35-0 Loyola. Tigers do get the ball to start the second half, and hopefully can make something of that when we return with our second half coverage.
Showtime here at fabulous Edwardsville, home of quality entertainment. The EHS Varsity Tigers are paying tribute to the all-time classic band, the Blues Brothers. Founded in 1978 by John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd. We open our Blues Brothers tribute with a song from the 1980s film, Here Is, Give Me Some Lovin'.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Not the ideal first half that Tigers fans wanted, but there's still a fighting chance. Down 35-0 to Loyola. Again, this is an unofficial stat, but Luke Foster, number 10 on Loyola, has 20 carries for 171 yards and 3 touchdowns at the half. Again, an unofficial stat, but extremely interesting, and just shows the dominance that he had just running the ball all day. So, on to kick it away is Michael Baker. His 6th kickoff of the day. And back to receive is Kellen Bernth, who gets this one with a fair amount of running room. He makes a few cuts, and he's up to the 33-yard line with a very nice kickoff return there. First kickoff in a while that didn't go straight to the back of the end zone for a touchback. So, the Tigers with the best field position they've had all day. 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line now. Here's Jake Curry in his first possession in the second half. Looked like he pulled the handoff away from Deshaun Larson, but Larson keeps it and takes it forward for a 1-yard pickup. So 2nd and 9 now from the 34-yard line. Curry now looking to throw again to Deshaun Larson. He's got some running room and a gorgeous spin move. And he's got a first down for the first time today. The Edwardsville Tigers are into Loyola territory. 1st and 10 from the Loyola 49 now. And so the Tigers with a little positive momentum now. Moving the ball all the way down. Curry now looks to throw. And that ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage. Looking for Kellen Bernth. Good tip there. And again, if you look closely, you can kind of see number 99. I mean, he is taller than every player on there, and he weighs more than any player out there. Not a surprise that he was able to get a hand on that ball and deflect it. Curry fakes the handoff, looks to throw, and incomplete. Looking for Joey DeMar on the right side. So after a couple nice games for the Tigers, it's now 3rd and 10 from the Loyola 49. It is early in the second half, still in the third quarter, but you have to wonder, is this 4-down territory for the Tigers? With this being their first time in positive Loyola territory. There's Deshaun Larson with a nice carry. And he goes 7 or 8, so very close to a first down. And it looks like, at least for the time being, that the Tigers are going to stay out there. Pickup of 5, 4th and 5 upcoming from the 44. Tigers look like they're going to go for it. And the Tigers looking to capitalize on their first trip inside the Rambler 50. Curry looks to throw and just can't connect with Kellen Bernth. Incomplete pass. Looked like they were both had different ideas, and it's been a rough night for that connection there. Usually one of the most consistent things on this team, and tonight they just can't hook up. So Loyola's offense gets its 6th possession of the game. Luke Sterney comes out, and for once, I'm not seeing Luke Foster. Looks like Melvin Poku into the game now. And he will get the carry. Finds a hole. And he is all the way to the Edwardsville 44-yard line.
Number 4, Melvin Poku. With the run.
His first run of the game, and it's a big one. And it looks like he is an injury now. He'll hobble off the field. And now it looks like Quinn Foley's going to line up in the backfield for them now. Never mind, nobody's lining up in the backfield. It's an empty set for Sterney. He's got 5 receivers split out wide. And he'll find Ledbetter there for a small pickup.
Ledbetter with the reception. As number 10.
Johnny Robinson gets in on the tackle there. 2nd and 7 now from the 41-yard line. Here's a carry handoff to Kyan Gibbs. And it looks like there was almost a tackle for loss in the backfield there. But instead, Gibbs breaks the tackle, and now the Ramblers are set up with a 3rd and 7 from the 36-yard line. 3rd and 1, excuse me. Scoreboard hadn't been updated yet. So 3rd and 1 from the 36. Motion again for the Ramblers. Here's Gibbs getting his 2nd straight handoff. And I think he was short.
Looks like there was a fumble.
Never mind, it's a fumble on the ground. And the Edwardsville Tigers recover that ball. So for the first time today, it looks like the Tigers have a little momentum. Drive the ball pretty deep into Rambler territory before turning it over. And then Ramblers cough up a fumble. So 1st and 10 now from the 35-yard line. Best field position they've had all day. Starting field position. 8:27 to go in the quarter. Curry looked to throw it. I think that got batted down and fell harmlessly on a scrimmage. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 now from the 35 again. It's been a rough day for the Edwardsville O-line. Just bigger guys on the other side. Knocking down balls, deflecting passes. Been a tough go. Here's Larson in on the handoff. He'll scamper forward for a nice gain. About 5. It's going to be 3rd and 5 from the 40-yard line. Once again, you have to wonder, is it 4-down territory? Very early into the second half. But again, down 35, you're going to need to score at some point. Curry again to Larson. And he gets a nice game before being bottled up about 2 yards short of the first down marker. So it looks like it's going to be about a 4th and 2 from the Edwardsville 43. And again, for the time being, it looks like Edwardsville's going to go for it. Curry gives it to Larson. And It looks like it's going to be very close, but I think that they're going to give it to him. Inches ahead of the first down marker. And Deshaun Larson picks up the 4th and 2
Tigers first down.
conversion.
51, Jack McGrath was in on the tackle for Loyola.
Jack McGrath in on the tackle for Loyola. 1st and 10 now from the 45. Here's Curry. Step back and
Incomplete pass.
incomplete pass over the middle. Looks like he threw that
Number 11, Joey DeMare.
a couple seconds before Joey DeMare made his cut over the middle. So an incomplete pass there. Brings up 2nd and 10. Again at the 45. Clock has stopped at 7:02 to go in the third quarter. Curry now fakes the handoff to Larson, and incomplete pass over the head of Joey DeMar.
Incomplete pass. 3rd down and 10.
Looks like DeMar had his guy by a step. Curry kind of sailed that ball there. So it brings up 3rd and 10, again from the 45. And it looks like now the Tigers are going to be forced to call a timeout.
Looks like timeout Tigers.
And so the Tigers offense will discuss how to get this 3rd down pickup when we return. The 3rd down. Here's Curry now on the 3rd down. Empty backfield for him. He's got 5 receivers, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Burf goes in motion. Fake the end around. Curry's going to keep it. And he will rumble forward for about 6 yards.
Around the corner. For a nice gain.
Now we'll bring up another interesting 4th down situation. On the Rambler 49 now. 4th and 4. And for the 4th time in the second half, they will go for the 4th down. Once again, nobody in the backfield. He'll take it. He'll look to throw. And caught by Dayon Gaston. A fantastic catch
Number 3, Dayon Gaston.
over the head of Joe Auer, I believe. And a fantastic catch there by Dayon Gaston. Again, it's been a struggle to get any receivers involved. The guy who had 4 touchdowns last week. Burf again is going to get an end around. And he's held to a 2 or 3 yard pickup.
Pickup of about 1.
And they'll call it a pickup of 1. Ball was at the Loyola 21, looking for their first score of the day. Curry gives it to Larson, who rumbles forward for about 3 yards.
Looks to get about 2.
And that'll bring up 3rd and 8 from the 20. So officially the Tigers have made it into the red zone for the first time today. Curry looks to pass, throws. Over the middle, Burf gets a hand on it but just can't corral it in. And it looks like they are going to go for this 4th and 8. Don't want to try a field goal. Need a touchdown, though, if you want to win this game. Here it is now, 4th and 8 from the 20. Rolls to the right. Has to avoid some pressure. Good block from Larson, sets the edge. He'll run for it, and he's got enough for a first down. So the 4th and 8 pickup. Looked like that was a broken play, and Curry avoids a few tacklers, gets a nice block, and rumbles forward for the first down. So now 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. First trip into the red zone, the Tigers are knocking on the doorstep. And a trick play there. Gaston will take it all the way to the 5-6-yard line. Curry faked the handoff to Larson, spun around, and caught it to a flying Dayon Gaston around the edge. A very unique trick play, but the Ramblers pick it up very nicely. 2nd goal from the 6. Curry looking to throw. Takes off instead, and very close to the end zone. They're going to call him down at the 1-yard line.
Curry's down at the 1.
And now there's a flag thrown out. And it's on the defense.
Looks like the penalty's on Loyola.
Couldn't quite tell what was called. A little far away. Half the distance to the goal line is the call. And now basically at the inches to a touchdown here. It's 3rd and inches. Larson gets the handoff. Very close. Loyola defense stacks that up, and it looks like he's going to be down again. From the inches yard line. They're going to call that no gain. So a huge hold by Loyola. And now, for the 3rd time on this drive, I believe, the Edwardsville Tigers are going to be going for the touchdown here. 4th and goal from the inches. Curry looks to throw. He's got Burf in the end zone. Tiger touchdown. Great play. Sold them on the run. And they come in and finish off the pass play for the touchdown. So with 2:53 to go in the quarter, the Tigers cut into this Loyola lead. It's 35-6. And it looks like Dacus, for the first time since he kicked off his opening kickoff, will come on for the extra point attempt. Here's the try. It's up. It's good. 35-7. So the Tigers cut into this lead a little bit. Now some renewed confidence, some momentum on their side. Tigers offense is moving, and the Tigers defense is forcing turnovers. Real key here, though, is 4 4th down conversions. Very aggressive. Wanted the touchdown. Came out with the mentality, and they got it. So with 2:53 to go in the quarter, Dacus will kick off. And again, they are kicking against the wind here. Looks like Edwards is going to have to come and get a guy to hold this ball. Loyola had to do the same thing earlier on. So here's Dacus with his first kickoff attempt since the opening kickoff. And it is a short one. Ball is reeled in at the 43. And it looks like that wind is really getting there. Couldn't quite get the kick where they wanted to. And Loyola comes out now, second time in the second half. Gonna get the ball at their own 44. First and 10 now. They've had some serious rest since then. And last time, we all know the story. There's a nice handoff. And there's a nice run play. That was Melvin Poku with the carry. 8 yards on the pickup. Johnny Robinson comes in on the tackle. But again, we all know the story. The last time the offense was on the field, they drive down the field. Looks like they're about to score it. Turnover forced by the Tiger defense. Now they're playing with a little bit of confidence. 2nd and 2 now. Ball is at the Tiger 48. Jake Sterney again to Poku. And he gets a first down and a lot more. He's racing to the 10, the 5, and he's going to get in for the touchdown. Still waiting on the official signal, and there it is. Touchdown for the Ramblers. Melvin Poku takes this one in for a 48-yard touchdown. And the Rambler run game continues to dominate the Tiger defense. It's now 41-7, an extra point away from taking back the 35-point lead that they had. And here's Baker again, 5 of 5 from PATs, and that PAT will be good, but it looks like a Tiger jumped off sides there. Yep, and penalty was declined, but unfortunately the whistles blew before the kick happened, so they're going to have to do it again. Here's Baker with the try, and he gets it. 6 of 6 on the day from PATs, and the score is now back to 35 up for Loyola, and it's 42. Loyola 7 for the Tigers. So Baker comes back out, and he'll look to kick this one away. Back to the waiting Tigers. Again, he does have the advantage of kicking into the wind. But it looks like, yep, the Ramblers are going to need to have somebody hold this ball for him. Wind has been pesky today, and might have contributed to some of the drops and overthrows by the guys on both sides of the field. And once again, that ball is going to fall harmlessly into the back of the end zone for a touchback. So, Tigers, for their third drive of the second half, had some success this time. The first drive, right down the field, stalled, and then couldn't complete the 4th down conversion. Defense forces a turnover. They go down the field for their first score of the game. So, playing with a little bit of more confidence here, looking to score for the second time today after they scored last drive. Here's Curry now. Deshaun Larson's been the story of this offense. Running the ball, some big plays for him. And they'll look for Larson. They're going to call that incomplete. Larson dropped that in the backfield. 2nd and 10 now from the 20. The clock is stopped at 1 minute and 58 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Here's Curry on 2nd down. Going to fake the handoff to Larson. Try to fit it into Jack Weaver. And they'll call that incomplete. Edwardsville fans wanted a face mask on the play. Ref's not giving it to him, though. Incomplete is the call. 3rd and 10 now, upcoming for the Tigers. Still from their own 20. Curry takes the snap, looking to throw again. He's got Gaston, and they just can't quite connect. Wind is doing them no favors. And again, it looks like they're going to be going for this 4th down. And it looks like the Tigers are pretty much going for everything at this point. Down 35 in the second half. And there is a flag on the play. And so that's going to be a first down for the Tigers. Completely missed that. My fault there. Ball is now at the 35 of the Tigers. And here's Curry. Fakes the run and sails that ball just a bit over Gaston's head. Can't quite get there. 2nd and 10 upcoming from the 35-yard line. Curry now steps back, looks to throw, pockets collapsing, on the run, throws, and delivers to Dayon Gaston, who reels in the catch. First down for the Tigers, and they're moving the ball now all the way up to the 48 on the 13-yard completion to Dayon Gaston. Fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and 10 for the Tigers. And fakes the handoff to Larson. Again looking for Gaston and just let him a little bit too much. Couldn't quite reel it in. 2nd and 10 now from the 48. Tigers definitely trying to pass a lot more in the second half. Needing quick scores here if they want to have any shot at this game. Curry now, 2nd and 10, empty backfield. 3 receivers split to the right, 2 to the left. Drops back, it's a 3-yard rush. And he is going to find number 14, Michael Hedge, the backup quarterback there on the reception.
Number 14, Michael Hedge.
Yeah. Confirmed by the PA announcer. Wasn't quite expecting that, but hey, backup QB can make some catches too. It's a 3-yard catch, and that'll bring up 3rd and 7 now from the Rambler 49 for the 2nd straight time. Burf in motion. Curry, pressure's coming. And blindside pressure was coming for Jake Curry, and he had to get rid of it. Threw it behind Kellen Burf, and looks like they're going to be calling intentional grounding on that. So that'll move it back another 5 yards. Bring up 4th and 12. From the 42, they're going to go for it, though. They'll instead punt it away. So faked the possible 4th down try and instead punts it away. So Loyola's going to be getting that ball at the 26-yard line after a solid punt from Curry. Again, punting into the wind, it's extremely hard for them to punt or kick in that direction for either team, as evidenced by the holding of the ball on kickoffs. So 1st and 10 from the 26. And there's a flag on the field. Nobody had gone. This is a great time to mention that Loyola is bringing in a backup quarterback, as his first play is negative yardage. Looks like Luke Collins, the backup QB for the Ramblers, will be coming in now. I know he played the whole second half against Plainfield South. But don't have a ton of film on him. We'll see how he reacts, what the offense shifts to. Does it stay a running focus? And the first play is a run play, and it's a big one all the way up to the 45. That's Peter Hogan on the carry. So it's a big pickup. The clock is stopped because of the first down pickup, but under 30 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if the Loyola lets this clock run down to the 4th quarter if they try to squeeze in a play. Looks like they're at least going to line it up. Collins takes it, snaps it, gives it to him, and it's Peter Hogan with the carry. Might have gone for negative yardage. Dalton Brown gets the tackle for loss. And that's the end of our 3rd quarter here. Loyola 42, Edwardsville 7. When we return, it's a 2nd and 7 for Loyola on the 45-yard line of the Tigers. When we return in the 4th quarter. So we begin our 4th and final quarter here tonight. Loyola's up 42-7, and they've got the ball with a 2nd and 7 at the Edwardsville 45 now. So field has swapped. Edwardsville now gets the advantage of kicking and punting into the wind. We'll see if that has any effect on us, as the first play of the second half is a Peter Hogan first down carry for Loyola. Into Tiger territory, that was about 10 yards. They'll call it a pickup of 9 for the first down. 1st and 10 now from the Edwardsville 46. Fitzgerald comes out now for number 11, Corey Larson. Interesting move there. Maybe a pass play, going for the smaller guy. Larson moves in motion over to the right side, and it's still a run play. And it's Hogan with a small pickup. 2 or 3 on the carry there. And that'll bring up 2nd down now.
Number 33, Dalton Brown, and 46, Evan Holder with tackles.
Evan Holder and Dalton Brown combined for the tackle there.
Peter Hogan.
And they'll call it a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7 now from the 43-yard line. Under 11 minutes to go in this game. 10:50 and the clock is ticking. Collins, empty backfield, and he'll take off and run for it. Picks up positive yardage up to the 40. Pickup of 3 on the play. So regardless of the QB switch, it looks like this offense is going to stay very committed to the run. Collins takes the snap, gives to Hogan. Hogan makes a move to the right side and going to be very close if he got a first down or not. The 3rd and 4 carry, they are going to rule him just short of the first down. Jaden Vonner gets the tackle. And it looks like a 4th and 1 is upcoming. And Hogan will get replaced by Melvin Poku, whose last carry was a 48-yard touchdown run. So it looks like they want to go for this one. They want to go for it. The 4th and 2 from the Edwardsville 38. They're going to go for it. And looks like Loyola's going to get a timeout here. 9:18 to go in our game. 42-7 is the score in favor of Loyola. And they have a 4th and 2 from the Edwardsville 38 upcoming when we return. So we return here. 4th and 2 upcoming for the Ramblers. And the offense is going to stay out on the field. Possibly to try to get them off, jump off sides. We'll see. Nope, they're going to snap the ball. They're going to give it to Poku. And he's going nowhere. Dalton Brown in on the stop. And it's a turnover on downs. First possession for Luke Collins under center for the Ramblers. And it's a huge stop for the Tigers defense. Dalton Brown in on the tackle for loss to hold the Ramblers. So the Tiger offense will take over 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. And regardless of the Ramblers' move to the backup quarterback, the Tigers will stick it out with their starter in Jake Curry down 35 with 9:13 to go. Curry with Larson to his left. He'll take the snap, looks to throw. Pocket's collapsing. Now he'll try and run it. Makes a great move and all the way up past the 50 into Rambler territory for a first down pickup. Looked like he wanted to take a deep shot down the field. Nothing was open. Pocket was collapsing, and he takes off for a huge first down pickup all the way down to the Loyola 48. Clock is now under 9 minutes and running. Bernf, motion to the 8. And they'll give it to Deshaun Larson on the carry. Good tackle there by number 37, Chris Tarzan. Larson on the carry, picks up 4 yards there. So I'll bring up a 2nd and 6. And they'll call to pick up a 1. So 2nd and 9, excuse me. Curry, pressure's coming, has to escape, looks to his left, and tries to dump it off to Larson. Might have just thrown it out of bounds. Regardless, it's an incomplete pass. And trotting out onto the field is Jordan Bush for his first snap of the game. He's dealt with some injuries this year, came in as the #1 back. But again, injuries have kind of derailed his season. But here we go with Jordan Bush. First snap of the game for him, I believe. And it's on a 3rd and 9 from the 48 again. The Tigers have shown time and time again this is 4-down territory. And I wouldn't expect anything to change. Bush is going to get a carry. Cuts it to the right side, and he'll get maybe 2 or 3 yards on the pickup there. Going to bring up a 4th and 7. Larson checks back in for Bush. And it's pick up a 5 on the play there. 4th and 4 upcoming on the Loyola 42, and they're going to go for it. Curry looking to throw. And pressure's coming. He's got to move. He's got to move. He throws. And he finds a wide open Dayon Gaston. There's a flag on the field now after the catch and run. So a huge 4th down find from Jake Curry to Dayon Gaston. Bush coming back in for Deshaun Larson. This penalty going against the offense. That's going to be a personal foul. Believe that's on Larson. Not 100% sure on that, though. Nonetheless, it's still a 1st down. Ball just gets moved back another 15. So instead of a 1st and 10 at the 16, it's a 1st and 10 at the 31. Bush on the handoff. He's got a lot of green in front of him, and it's a Tiger touchdown. Second carry from scrimmage for him. Got a huge hole. Takes it right through all the way for a 31-yard Tiger score. Touchdown there was a 31-yard run from Jordan Bush. And the PAT attempt now. And Dacus will come on to attempt his 2nd extra point of the game. And he stays perfect today. 2 of 2. Nails through this extra point, and he's 2 of 2 on the game. And the Tigers, after that touchdown run by Jordan Bush, cut the lead to 42-14 with 7:12 remaining in this game. Tigers certainly not giving up anything here. Don't tell them they don't have a shot in this game. They continue to fight and continue to make this a closer and closer game. And Dacus will kick off again for the 2nd time this half. And it looks like once again they're going to need somebody to hold this ball for them. Again, the wind causing problems for both teams today. Here's the kickoff attempt, and it's a line drive. It's going to take a bounce. Picked up by Quinn Foley at the 5-yard line, and he's got some running room. Still not tackled at the 50, and finally dragged down at the 48-yard line by Clayton Lakatos. And a line drive ball bounced at the 5-yard line and returned all the way to the 48 by Quinn Foley of Loyola. So, 1st and 10 from the 47.
1st and 10 from the 47.
It's the Rambler offense. Luke Collins staying in at quarterback here. He's got Poku to his left. And it's a handoff to Poku, and he'll take this for about 5 yards. Clock is under 7 minutes remaining in this one.
Number 4, Velvet Milky with the run. And number 48, Wyatt Coldenberg with the tackle.
Wyatt Coldsberg was in on the tackle there. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 now, or 2nd and 7, excuse me, from the 44-yard line. Ramblers trying to run out as much clock as they can, try to preserve this win. Collins again to Poku. And bottled up for maybe a 1 or 2 yard gain. Dalton Brown and Coldsberg combining for the tackle once again. As the clock runs to under 6 minutes in this game, it's a 3rd and 5 for the Ramblers. Here's Collins now. Empty backfield for him. And first throwing attempt of the day for him. Might have been tipped at the line. But that's going to bring up 4th and 5 nonetheless. And the Rambler offense is going to stay on the field. So an incomplete pass by Luke Collins, his first attempt of the day. And it looks like the offense is going to stay on the field for this 4th down try. Last time went for a 4th and 2 in a similar position. And Dalton Brown was all over it for the stop. The Ramblers thought one of the Tigers had jumped, but nothing is called. Here's Collins looking to throw, and it's a completed pass. Big 1st down pickup there. That's Poku. And it's a fresh set of downs now for the Ramblers. McConan Simmons is going to be credited with the tackle there. 1st and 10 up to the 30-yard line. Clock is still running, under 5:15 to go. So Collins gets his first completed pass of the day. And it's a big one. There's Poku breaking off a big run. And he'll be very close to the 10-yard line. McConan Simmons and Clayton Lakatos combining for the tackle there. Under 5 minutes to go in this game now. Another 1st down again, though. First pass of the day for Luke Collins, and it's a big one. 4th down conversion. Gets it to Poku, who just broke off a big run. And a couple of substitutions being made for Loyola. Bring in some new faces into the offense. 1st and 10 from the 11. Gonna give it to Poku. Finds a seam, and he'll be stopped short by Clayton Lakatos.
Number 27, Clayton Lakatos comes up with the tackle.
So now 2nd and 3 from the 4-yard line.
2nd and 3. 4.
Under 4 minutes to go in this game. Clock continues to run out. Poku trying to get one more touchdown for the Ramblers here. Can the Tigers defense hold up tough though? 2nd and 3. Collins gives to Poku and immediately met at the line of scrimmage. That's Dalton Brown again with a huge tackle. Poku was immediately wrapped up by Dalton Brown there. And that's going to be a loss of yardage on the play. 3rd down and 5 from the 6-yard line now. On the loss of 2 there. Another substitution being made for the Ramblers. Again, Loyola, one of the only high school teams I've ever seen that A, has this many players, and B, can make this many substitutions in their offense because of the amount of players that they have. Collins trying to sail that one to the end zone. Quinn Foley, the intended receiver. And it's an incomplete pass. Flag on the play. Now there's 2 flags on the play.
Flags on the field.
So it looks like there were offsetting penalties, one on the offense, one on the defense.
Those will be offsetting penalties.
And so it'll stay 4th and 5 at the 6. And it looks like Loyola's going to give these guys one more chance to score. Another substitution, the 3rd time in a row that 11 and 18 have swapped spots. For Loyola. Collins is going to get this one. Throws it up in the corner and wide open there. Is Nicholas Agrodonde. There's a flag on the play.
There's a flag on the play against Loyola.
And this one's against Loyola. So erase the touchdown. And it looks like they're going to try this again for the 3rd time. 3rd time's the charm, though. We'll see if we can get this one, though.
Ball is placed on the 14.
Edwardsville's defense. 4th and 13 for the Rambler offense from the 14-yard line. Edwardsville looking for one final stop in this game. Here it is. Collins, he'll throw again. Rolls to his right. Pressure's coming. Throws. And no official signal yet. And now they're going to give it to him. Touchdown. Number 11, Corey Larson. Finds the back of the end zone.
Pass is thrown by number 12, Luke Collins.
Tough pill for the Tigers to swallow there. Good catch, though, by Larson, though. Back of the end zone. Had 2 guys on him and just muscles his way for a touchdown. So Baker coming back on, looking to try to get his 7th PAT of the game. And once again, an Edwardsville player has jumped off sides. And they're going to have to redo this one.
This wasn't our day, right, man?
And here's Baker. And he'll sail this one through. Extra point is good.
49-14.
Ramblers go back up 35. 49-14 lead for Loyola. And we'll see here as the kickoff will happen, whether or not the Tigers are thinking about making a switch at QB, possibly throwing in a backup there. So Baker will come back out to kick this one away. Kind of lost track of how many times he's kicked off today. Upwards of 8, I think. Ball falls off the tee, so once again, they're going to need somebody to hold this. Nope, kicker will wave this one off. He'll kick it away, and short little kick to the 30 is caught by Jack Weaver. And he'll return this about 11 yards up to the 41-yard line. So great starting field position for the Tigers in possibly their final offensive drive of the season. Let's pick up 11 on the return. And the Tiger offense will take over at the 41-yard line.
40.5-yard line. First and 10, 2:39 left remaining.
Regardless of the score, Jake Curry will stay out there. Possibly the last offensive drive of the season for the Tigers here, as a storybook season for the Tigers might be coming to an end. Jordan Bush subbed out. Curry gives. Big run. And a nice running play there by number 39, Jack Laughlin. Hasn't seen a ton of playing time this year, but gets a nice little carry there. Takes it for 9 yards, and he gets a nice ovation here from the fans in attendance. Clock's under 2:05 here, as Jordan Bush is subbed back in at running back. Curry looks to throw. Pockets collapsing. Has to run to the side. Still running. And
Curry gets around the corner.
gets the first down here.
Number 46, Tommy McCauley, comes up.
Had to run all the way back around the two guys. All the way back about 10 yards. And then still gets the first down. Impressive use of his feet there. And first and 10 now. Fresh set at the 45 now. Curry gonna roll to the right. Now he'll run again. Breaks the tackle. He's up to the 30, the 25, and pushed out of bounds at the 25.
Jake leads his way to the 24-yard line.
Wanted the deep throw. Nothing opening up in that secondary. Nothing given for Loyola, and he's had to settle for a lot of long runs here. Curry stepping back, looks to throw. Once again, pocket collapsing, and he'll take off and run for the third time in a row here.
Jake looks to have a pickup of about 3.
Clock stops as he scampers out of bounds at 1:33. Second and 7 upcoming from the 22. Pressure still coming from Loyola, even though they're only rushing 4. These are the backups. Just consistent pressure all day. Here's Curry. He wants to throw. He'll run again, 4th time in a row. And he's pushed out of bounds by a swarm of Loyola defenders. Did get the first down, though.
Jake looks to have the first down.
1:15 to go. Clock is running. Tigers looking for one final score on this season as the clock is under a minute now. And they'll throw. Cat's caught.
Incomplete pass.
Gaston in his hands. Looks like he started looking for the end zone before he fully caught the ball. And it slips in and out of his hands. Been that kind of day for the Tigers, though. Couldn't really get anything going on offense. Had some solid drives, but never really put it together for a full 4 quarters, full 2 quarters, full half, anything really. Defensively, and there's Curry, swing pass to Larson, inside the 10, and good tackle. But he's brought down at the 7-yard line. Matthew Gavrick in on the tackle there. Under 30 seconds to go in this game. Curry steps back, wants to pass, throws it, and it's Joey DeMar for the touchdown. For perhaps the last time this season, the Edwardsville Tigers put a touchdown on the board to cut this lead to 49-20 with 19 seconds remaining. Tyler Dacus comes on to try to make it 49-21. Good throw, good catch, and good drive altogether as Joey DeMar finds pay dirt. And here's Tyler Dacus straight through the uprights, and it's 49-21 Loyola. Back to what I was saying though, good throw, good catch. Jake Curry to Joey DeMar for the touchdown. Quite possibly the last of the Tigers season, as this storybook season seems to be coming to an end here with only 20 seconds remaining, down 28. Great season for the Tigers nonetheless, 7-3. Last game of the year, second round of the playoffs. Their last game of the year is a loss to one of the best football teams, not just in the state of Illinois, but in the country. Very respectable end result here for the Tigers. And Dacus will kick this one off one final time. Theoretically. Here he is, set to kick it away. And he'll kick this one out of bounds. Right around the 30. And the flag on the play is going to be for the kick out of bounds. So Loyola presumably about to take a knee here.
Ball is being placed on the 35-yard line with 19.6 seconds left.
Ball is on the 35, 19.6 showing on the scoreboard.
Luke Williams enters the game for the Tigers.
And it looks like the third string quarterback, number 13, Lucas Halabar, will get the opportunity to take the knee here. So the final play of the Edwardsville season is a knee down to end the game. 49-21 is the end result here. Loyola beats Edwardsville. Very admirable season. And the final record for the Tigers as the handshake line commences, 7-4. Very respectable season, losing to one of the best teams in the state. I believe number 3 in the 8A playoff bracket. And a tough loss to end the year. Nonetheless, though, a great season for the Tigers. We'll see you next year.